Yo, what is going on, man? We back with another video. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Finally, I know y'all been requesting this. This is Deaf Doesn't Equal Good Music. And I ain't lying. You know, when I get ladies on here, they be like, bruh, by the title alone, I'm not trying to do this video. But hey, it's finally here, man. So y'all gotta hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? If not, I'm not doing your requests anymore, buddy. I'm gonna just keep it real. Y'all better hit that like. Y'all better follow these ladies, man. Period. You know, like y'all say, you know what I'm saying? But hey, go ahead, introduce yourself. Let them know where they can find you at.
It's your girl Adrianna Fever. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, all of that stuff at Adrianna_Fever.
Y'all, my name is Faylo. You can find me on TikTok at Faylo.music or on Twitch at FaylotheSiren. I do a lot of nerdy content, whether it's comic books, cosplay, or anything in anime. Come chill with me.
Hey, it's your girl Niina Reiign. You can find me on Niina Reiign on everything, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, everything. Come check me out.
They are some of the most popular talents around, with their music spreading its influence, sometimes even going worldwide in their respective genre. I'm sorry if you had a heart attack trying to understand what I was trying to say. I'm bad at these kind of intros. What I'm trying to say is musicians are pretty popular. And if you're popular, you're most likely loved and respected by a large group of people. And if you're really popular, you're at the very least respected in not only your own music genre, but in this whole scale of music across every genre. Which then makes these artists superstars, even some influencing the next generation of superstars. So when one of these artists are met with their unexpected death, everyone of their fans and the music community in general mourn their deaths. And during this mourning period, we all start to look back at the artist's music and see how much love and maybe even influence this artist brought to their fans and genre. This is the part where the word legend starts to get thrown around. To each their own, music is subjective, but I think that being called a legend is getting a little too common nowadays, having the word start to lose its meaning. I'm very bad at writing these kind of intros. You read the title. You know what I'm about to be talking about today. Dying doesn't equal good music. But before I go off on this topic, no, I will not be talking about an artist's death or the way they died or them as a person. That has nothing to do with their music. May all the artists that have passed that I mentioned in this video rest in peace, and I hope the best for their families. I'm not going to be disrespecting them whatsoever. I will be disrespecting their music though. And also, music is subjective. You got that? We all on the same page? Alright then. Juice WRLD music sucks. I'm just kidding. I will be talking about him later though.
Hey.
What is a legend? Well, the definition of it is an extremely famous person, especially in a particular field. Well, by that definition, anybody can be a legend, but I feel when people use the word, they use it when saying the artist is up there with some of the all-time greats. Like, using the word legend is like using the word GOAT, another word that gets thrown around like loose change. And terms like those are brought up the most when an artist dies, or when YoungBoy drops, because you know that artist impacted many people's lives in a positive way, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's completely understandable for people to feel that way for an artist that they loved. But I start to raise my eyebrows a bit when peeps start to say, yeah, they're up there with the S tiers. They're some of the best to ever do it. And I'm all like,
oh, brother, whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
I know most of these guys are pretty decent artists. Hell, I would even say some of them are pretty gosh darn good. But would I bring them up with the actual GOATs? No, I wouldn't. I do not think some of these artists are good enough to be ranked as highly as they are. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing but respect for these artists. May they rest in peace. But a good chunk of them make only okay music. Like, for example, King Von, may he rest in peace, but I'm not the biggest fan of his music. I do think he has his bangers, but I do think the majority of his music is aight, nothing to go crazy over. No disrespect though, I definitely think he's a cool artist and would have wanted to see more from him, but I would not say he's a legend. That new song fire though. And while hearing me say all these things, you probably thinking, bruh, why can't you let niggas enjoy things? If people want to call their favorite artists GOATs and legends, then why not let them have that opinion? Well, to quote my favorite gay Twitch streamer,
you know, I realize it's just a lot of hating ass niggas in this world, and I'm one of them.
I can't let these niggas think their favorite artist is one of the best. May they souls rest in peace and their lives were cut off too short, but I can't pretend that these guys' music are on the same level as Pac or Biggie's. But what am I trying to say with this dying doesn't equal good music argument? What's the point I'm trying to make? The point is, I think people be too quick to call someone a GOAT of their genre when they pass, not taking into account that 90% of this person's music is mid or okay at best. It's like any artist, good or terrible, could be called a legend when they die. Like, take Smoke Perp. But best believe peeps are gonna be calling him a GOAT if he were to die tomorrow. They're gonna be saying, oh,
What do you
That's
say?
more or less he blew up in like 2017, I guess, around what's my man's Gucci Gang. What?
Oh,
yeah.
Lil Pump.
Yeah, basically they did a song together. He did a song called Audi. 2017 they had like a lot of SoundCloud rappers, and he kind of blew up in that type of era. That's who Smoke Pump it. Smoke Perp. He ain't big now, but back then he was kind of some way big in a sense.
Another legend gone too soon. Man, Smoke Perp was up there with the greats, man. He was also one of the best freestylers in the game, period. Remember that time? Remember that time when he said he was a motherfucking boner? Man, that gotta be top 10 bars of all time, man. We are well aware of this man's trash music. Like, I don't like bringing up sales, but look at his sales. This nigga went triple plastic. Ain't nobody listening to this man's music. But he will have peeps calling him a legend the day he meets God. And even though I say this, I'm not saying if an artist you don't like dies, you should comment L plus ratio plus YB better. No, don't do that. That's actually mad rude and disrespectful, and you're lame if you do something like that. That's just super messed up. Just comment RIP and move on. You don't gotta say nothing more than that. And you might ask, who are my dead goats? Who do I consider a legend based on the shit I'm talking about these other people? And I feel one of the best legends to ever do it is David Bowie. I know he's not a rapper, but just hear me out. David Bowie has released some of the greatest music of all time. The rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and Aladdin Sane.
Anybody know who that is?
I do.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
What song did he sing, or what do he do? What did he do?
You gotta sing the song, and I'll know it. I promise. I just don't know it offhand. I know that name though.
Like,
what song? We need at least one song.
When they showed that video of him dancing like that, I feel like I know that song, not this one with the red hair.
What decade was he in?
Yeah.
Now you know. I don't know that.
Hey, maybe he can play like a snippet or something on here.
In our God tier albums, his hits are also goated too. Like Heroes is a top 10 song, period, just ever. And it's even crazier that his album Black Star, an album he made about his own death, was released 2 days before his actual death. An amazing album. But I don't know, combined with his death, that album hits me a lot harder. I know he ain't a rapper, but I can say more of the same things about Pac and Biggie too. I just wanted to appreciate Bowie because I might not mention him in the video again, but I think Bowie truly is a legend. Now what if I were to switch David Bowie's music legacy with YB and the Mears? You think I would still be praising him like now? Absolutely not. Would I even consider him a GOAT or a legend?
I like him.
I seen him hate when I was down. They never.
You know,
he was clean when he first came out. Now his new music, I wouldn't consider him a legend if he passed away.
That Soul Train is what messed it up. That Soul Train song.
Okay.
When he tried to sing, everybody said that song was trash. Basically, he did have some good music, rubbing off the paint. That was what he blew off of. You know what I'm saying? But it was short lived though. His career.
I thought I would blow up and get them racks. Hey, that nigga, dumbass nigga, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. In my opinion, you should only be considered a GOAT or a legend if you made good music. And this makes me move on to the two most popular rappers that have sadly been taken away from us too soon. XXX and Juice WRLD. Let me start with X because I have a lot more to say about him. Now, I remember back when I was in 8th grade, that was the time when X blew up with Look At Me. And holy shit, that song made me go crazy in a good way. That song is so good. I still love it to this day. And in 8th grade, everybody was rapping it, and I couldn't get enough of it. With that song, it immersed me into X's music. And I loved his music instantly. I ain't never heard music as hype as his at the time. X's songs was the type of music that just makes you want to break shit. His entire SoundCloud catalog and Members Only Volume 3 was on my repeat back then. I was in love with his SoundCloud bangers, so when he switched to his more sad music, I was caught by surprise. But I was completely fine with it, cause that was fine too. Every song on 17 I had on repeat. And Love, ooh, I was singing that like I was Trippie Redd himself. Ooh, please don't throw your love away. Please don't throw your love away. Please don't throw your love away. Yeah, 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 yeah. Where's my contract? Where's my deal? Bro, writing this script down is making me remember how much of an X fan I used to be. Like, I remember my IG profile pic used to be in a Kotsky drawing of his mugshot. I'll put it on screen if I find it. I really was a big X fan. So when his death happened, it hit me hard. I remember I was actually pretty hurt when I saw the news. And since then, my love has dwindled. Not that I still don't love his music, it's just that you can't really make stuff when you're gone. Really, the only posthumous album I liked from him was Members Only 4. Saying this all out loud is getting me emotional because I really forgot how much I loved X's music. Maybe because slowly after his death was when I started really listening to Ye's music. But yeah, I love XXXTentacion's music, and I do consider him a legend. Now, Juice WRLD, on the other hand...
we heard that. So no legend?
Not legend. Come on, that's you gotta earn legend. Like, even, you know what I mean? Like, a couple good songs don't make you legend.
Right.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people where, you know, they favorite rapper or something had passed, they'll say something, and then it'll be a lot of argumentative people that'll be in the comment section saying, he ain't the GOAT, he ain't no legend.
Yeah.
But now you don't really see it too much. But to be honest, if I had to, probably honestly, I'd say 2, Impact as well as far as music.
His impact hit more, I feel like, after his death.
Yeah, I agree. Afterwards,
like, he had a huge impact, but after his death, it was massive.
But I'm gonna be honest, like, you gotta even look at people past that, like somebody like Nipsey Hussle. I think he really, really put out an impact.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would probably consider him more of a legend in a sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far
but
as
I can't say I was listening to his music like that. I heard a couple of songs.
Yeah.
Just be upfront, I ain't the biggest fan of his music. I mean, I do like Goodbye and Good Riddance. I do think it's a good album with a lot of replayability. But other than that, all of his other albums just don't hit for me. Like, I feel like, no offense to the Juice WRLD fans, and R.I.P. Juice WRLD.
I have more Juice WRLD songs than I have of that X dude. Like, Juice WRLD is more of a legend to me than X would ever be. But to each their own. But I don't consider Juice a legend. So, yeah. That's my little...
And then too, I think you gotta be out for a while to be considered a legend. Like, you gotta be out for, you gotta have a hell of a catalog, you know what I'm saying, to really be a legend. That's why I say somebody that I consider a legend, honestly, be like DMX or something like that, you know what I'm saying? They got a hell of a catalog. And you know, they was around for so long that they impacted a lot of people, not just one generation. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree.
But I feel like he makes middle school heartbreak music. Like, I can just see a kid asking out his crush over text and he gets turned down, and then he goes straight to Snapchat with a Bart Simpson crying pic with All Girls Are the Same in the background playing. That's the audience I think his music is for. And maybe you can say the same thing about X and 17, but I don't care. I like 17 a lot, and Juice WRLD just isn't for me. And I'm fine if you consider him a legend. There ain't nothing wrong with considering an artist that you love a legend. Like, even though I was making fun of Smoke Perp earlier, if you like his music and think he's a legend, then fine, nigga. I might make fun of you about it, but don't let me stop you from liking what you like. All I'm trying to say is I don't gotta see them as a legend or a GOAT because of their unfortunate passing. May they rest in peace. But if you love their music, you can look at them as a GOAT and a legend, and I'm fine with that. And that's kind of all I wanted to say. I could end it here, but there's one more artist I have to talk about because I don't like this guy's music at all. May he rest in peace, and I wish his family well, but I just gotta get this off my chest. Emo kids, cover your ears. You're not gonna like what I gotta say. Lil Peep's music is shit. It's doo-doo. Whoopee caca poo poo. I'm sorry, man. I had to say it. It's just been itching my neck for the longest time. I don't know his music like that. I have listened to too much Lil Peep. Too much. And I can confidently say I do not like this man's music. And I tried to like it. I did. But he's clearly just not for me. It's just too emo. And it's not like I can't get into emo music. The Black Parade is pretty good. But when listening to Lil Peep, it feels like in all...
Okay, what's the Black Parade?
My Chemical Romance. That's Welcome to the Black Parade. It's like one of the big emo songs.
Oh man, we gotta look this up after this.
It's like it's a little something. I don't hear.
I love that song. So when I was a young boy, my father sent me into the city.
Okay, I think I've heard that. Okay.
Marching band.
Sure, got the lyrics now. Hey.
All of his songs, it just sounds the same. Through my ears, the average Lil Peep song sounds like this.
Cobain, cocaine, swallowing these pills like lo mein. Cobain, cocaine.
I don't know, man.
No
May he
way.
rest in peace, and he was gone too soon. And if you think he's a legend, then good for you. And I wish you the best. But he ain't for me. The song with him and X was good though. You know that song? Come, let's watch the rain as it's falling down. That song is pretty good, making me feel like Marilyn Manson. And that's the only Lil Peep song I like, and that's really all I have to say about everything. I feel like my point has hopefully been understood by y'all. I know there's a lot of artists I didn't really talk about, like Amy, Mac, Nipsey, MJ, or even Pac and Biggie. They're all great, especially MJ and Biggie. And like I said for the millionth time, may all these artists rest in peace. And that's kind of all I wanted to say. In conclusion, comment your favorite artist that has passed, I guess. And eat your vegetables. Follow me on Twitter. That's all. Have a good day.
Eat your veggies. Get that fiber.
Eat your veggies. Hey. But yeah, that was one thing I was saying I wish he would have, put in there. I wish he would have put Pac in there. Wish he would have put Biggie, you know what I'm saying? And even Nipsey Hussle, in this mix.
Who was better to y'all, Pac or Biggie? Like if y'all had to pick.
Okay, I'll put it like this. It's two categories. They two GOATs. I say lyric-wise and freestyling more, I get that to Biggie.
Yes,
as far as impactful, I get that to Pac. Pac, I feel like if I listen to him, it's going to be more impactful. He's going to be able to reach you more inside, if that make any sense.
Yeah. Well said. Pretty much that, yeah. Yeah,
but they was both good. They was both good. But if I'm feeling in a mode or something, you could pick any type of Pac song and it'll get you in whatever mode that you in. And the thing about it is Pac is just generational. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up in the era of Pac, but at the same time, just hearing this music is just generational. It don't get old.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because you could play like I love the way you call me Big Pop. But that's
still a banger.
Anywho, also,
baby, it was all a dream. That song, that's the two songs you really gon', you know what I'm saying, hear of Biggie that come to mind. So none of y'all really knew about Nipsey Hussle like that?
Yes.
No, I know who Nipsey Hussle is, but I can't lie and say I was listening to his music, bumping his music.
I don't know one song. I don't know any songs by him.
You don't know one song?
Not really. I think I know maybe I don't know the name of it. But one thing I will say is in the video, I was seeing a lot of Pop Smoke. I was like, let his name come out of your mouth.
Oh yeah, that's another name. Why didn't you bring up Pop Smoke though?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all think he's a legend? Wait, y'all think he's a legend?
Say he's a legend, like I said.
No, I don't think he's a legend, but
I will say he's gone too soon, and I really liked his music.
I was gonna say it's nice. It was nice for New York to sound like New York again, real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people now, you can't even tell where they're from when you hear their music. Like back then, you hear the down south rappers, New York rappers, but Cali rappers. But yeah,
it's just drill music pretty much. New York is just drill music now. You know what I'm saying?
I think 50 Cent came out. That's how I felt when I heard him.
All I said was I was ready. I was ready to be like, watch him out. Not on him.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, okay, so who did y'all like more than between XX or Juice WRLD?
Juice for me.
Juice WRLD. Yeah.
I think Juice. I don't know. I didn't listen to either as much as a lot of my friends did, so
I ain't gonna lie. It was what was that one song?
People always put me on.
I did listen to Juice WRLD. I listened to Juice WRLD. I ain't gonna lie. All girls are the same. It'll put you in the mode. Certain songs you got a Juice WRLD. You know what I'm saying? It'll put you in the mode. I ain't gonna cap.
What's crazy is when that song dropped, I thought that was X, and then it wasn't. Like, I've never heard an X song, so I don't know. Well, actually, I have. I heard 2 X songs, the ones that he mentioned. But like his slower music, I thought that was X, but it was Juice the whole time. And that song is what made me like Juice WRLD. So I listened to all his stuff, and great artist.
But just I think around that time, though, I'm gonna just be honest. I think Lil Uzi Vert had it around that time.
That was a whole different time. That was a different time.
That was like the last time that music itself was decent. You know what I'm saying? That was the last era. I wouldn't say it was classical or nothing, but it was the last time where you could be like, okay, I could listen to a song. You feel me? I could listen to a song and vibe with it.
I'm just be quiet.
Now, what you gotta say? Go ahead.
I feel like Lil Uzi. Don't get me wrong, Lil Uzi got his songs. Like, I was a fan, and then I wasn't a fan. It just became too much. It's just not the vibe. Not the vibe no more. And I think that was after Lil Yachty came out, like with that Broccoli song. And that's when, I think that's when music started going, okay, this is not the vibe no more. Different generation music.
Oh, okay. Got you.
You asked about David Bowie before, and I was trying to remember what song he and Queen wrote. Under pressure, pushing down on me. That whole song.
That's him?
Yeah, David Bowie.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
I gotta hear it. I don't even know the song. I still don't know the song. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I feel like he got some other ones too that I can't get or think of right now.
Yeah, like that was the first one. I was like, it will come in my head. But
I just know that song from a movie. Like, I'm not going out my way to just play it on my phone. Legend? I don't think so, because I don't know who he is.
So you feel like now, the legend gotta be known by mostly everybody?
Yeah. If Justin Bieber way, that will be a legend to me. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. That would be my legend. Ooh.
Okay.
Y'all are like,
okay, all right. So I know somebody. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be like, I'm kind of side-eye you on Justin Bieber. It's kind of like he at this point, but I don't. He just needed a little push to get to the point of legend status. Somebody I can honestly say that'll be a legend. Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Can't wait for the concert either.
You know what I'm saying? He basically impacted every generation.
Usher too, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's somebody right there. And another thing, man, he should make a video. If a legend go to jail, will he be a legend again? You know, because they probably gonna say, hey, look at P. Diddy. Will he be considered a legend? You see what I'm saying?
I don't think P. Diddy's a legend. Because if you really think about it, P. Diddy was featured on a lot of songs. It wasn't like his own song.
he was responsible for a lot of artists, though, that we probably heard throughout the years and love.
DJ Khaled was responsible for a lot of stuff. That don't make him a legend. I'm
That's
just saying.
true. Well, he has to.
If you
That's
ain't
like
put out the
music
music,
on his own, no. For his own music, no, absolutely not.
because they're gonna look at you as a background character. Basically, that's what you're saying. It don't even matter.
Yeah,
they're gonna look at you as a background character. If you're not a main artist, you can't even be in the legend category, except for like maybe Pharrell.
Pharrell, he should go down legend for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only person. You know what I'm saying?
I'm biased. I like him as a producer. Neptune. I like everything. His whole.
He even killing it now. It's like crazy, you know. So yeah, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. What you was gonna say?
Bruno Mars. Would y'all? He's still new. Would y'all consider him?
Not a legend.
He's made a lot of strides, though.
Y2K video. I mean,
he's made a lot of strides.
I mean, it's like with Bruno Mars. It's kind of like this with Bruno Mars. It's like this.
I wouldn't be mad if somebody said he was.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad.
I
wouldn't be mad. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, because then they get to like, is Cardi B a legend? And I'll be like, nah, I'm sorry.
Cardi B?
Mm-hmm.
That's my girl. Don't get me wrong, but legend.
Yeah. But if we had to pick, you see what I'm saying? Because then it'll be down to like, who would be a legend prior? It'd be either Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, and I have to go with Nicki Minaj.
Nicki hands down. Hands down.
You feel me? So
out the two of them,
she doing a little much recently, but yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, because that one song outside, they basically saying the other girl did it and she stole it. That's what you're talking about.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I ain't hear about that. Outside, you know, outside.
Hey, I like that song by Cardi B, right?
Oh, she just dropped.
Another girl that basically said she stole it from her. Y'all didn't hear about that?
Oh no! I'm about to find
because the other girl, if you hear it, she did it 3 years prior to Cardi B dropping that song.
Oh, there's her
the beat sound the same, and she didn't. It ain't the whole hook, but she's still saying outside. I gotta let y'all hear that though. I gotta let y'all hear that. But anyway, man, y'all hit that like, hit that sub, man. Follow these beautiful ladies. We out, man. Gang.